I'm gonna stand by my woman now. It's so good, dude.
Death Talk.
Death Talk.
Episode 35.
35.
Baby.
Oh, shit.
We're back from our double feature last, well, not last week, but 2 weeks ago.
Yep, double.
Couldn't get enough.
Mm-hmm. Hope everyone liked the Star Wars special. I think some people did.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
No one told me to stop.
If you didn't get a chance to listen to it, go back, listen to it now. We talked for like an hour about Star Wars, and we probably could have gone longer, right?
Yeah.
So it was really good. We'll do more.
Did we actually talk about anything though?
Not really.
Yeah.
Not really.
No.
What is life?
Yeah. Well, maybe we'll do more. Chris's After Hours Dungeons and Dragons episode.
Yep. My whole D&D group will be here.
Mark's Soup After Hours.
Yep.
Special.
Caleb
Kinda
drumming videos.
Caleb's
After Hours.
Yeah, Caleb's YouTube videos of him drumming. Whatever. But, send us your suggestions. How about that? If you guys want us to do an After Hours special on something, let us know. deathtalk@deathwishinc.com.
Actually, we can have suggestions. Can we also do a segment for demands? If you want to demand us to do stuff.
Yeah, we'll do whatever you want.
Do it.
Yeah.
Demand us in your town.
No.
Demand us in your town.
But before we go any further, I have to introduce the crew. Caleb, how are you doing today?
So good. Just finished up a raspberry lime.
Raspberry lime
I
polar?
just opened one. Great.
That was with my face.
Sounds great. Whoa, be careful. Mark, hello.
Hello. Hi.
Good to see you.
Thanks.
Good to hear you.
You almost had a lime over there.
No, I got a full one. I just opened it for the podcast.
I know, but you love lime.
True story. Cranberry lime's my favorite.
Cranberry lime.
Right now it is, at least.
I'm a big fan of Georgia Peach. Just saying.
Good call. And Chris, the trader, drinking a Red Bull right now.
I have a polar right there on the floor. I'm going to drink that after.
Double fisted Chris is in the building.
Always. I always have beverages.
I've been waiting 35 episodes to ring that goddamn bell. The first episode, I was like, you know what? I got this bell. It's only going to be for when Chris is double fisting, and today it happened. Continue.
Took 35 episodes, but we made it.
35 eps.
We did it.
Omar eps.
So, wow, this is getting bad. This is going downhill quick. We haven't even started the show, and I already want to stop recording. So, before we get into our discussions and everything like that, I got to hand it over to Mark because he's got the news.
Ooh,
as
he's
usual.
got the news.
Oh yeah, let me hand this shit over.
Ooh. All right. So
this is an audio podcast. No one actually saw you.
That was, that was for you, Rich.
They know.
They know.
Vape. Anyways, we can talk about that in the discussion.
We should definitely talk about that.
Or should we just talk about it right now? Let's talk about the discussion. All right. So first order of business when it comes to news is since the last podcast, we talked about the new Death Index LP that's coming out, which features Carson Cox from merchandise, among other things. There are pre-orders now live on our store, so you can get multiple colors of the LP, CDs, 2 different new T-shirt designs. You can also check out on all of the product pages a new music video for the song.
Any bundles?
Bundle. Die cut. Yes. You can get bundles of all 3 colors. You can get bundles of CDs with T-shirts, vinyl with T-shirts. And if there's a bundle that's not listed on there that you want,
email
demand
Caleb.
it to us.
Caleb will make you one for you.
We'll make you
bundle
whatever
anything.
bundle you want.
Bundle your life away.
Yeah, he's the bundle wizard.
I'm also just a bundle of joy.
We actually call Caleb Bundles now.
Hey, little bundles. Bundy. Ted Bundy. All right, so pre-orders are live.
Fuck's sake.
Live and in your ears, in your town. So get that shit because it's awesome. The music video for Little and Pretty is on all the product pages and also on our YouTube page. So you should check it out. It's really cool, interesting, artistic, mind-opening video, so you should check it out.
That's a good description, actually.
That's how I felt
dude.
when I'm looking at it. It was really cool.
You should write an article about it.
Good thing I freelance right for Noisy.
That's not
I
true.
don't.
I think we have to retract that now.
Yeah, I can't write like an essay for class. Speaking of Death Index, we have a playlist up on our Spotify label page for Deathwish. We did previous select tracks before, and this is one from Marco of Death Index, and he put a playlist together with some of the new Death Index songs and a bunch of other songs that he enjoys. So you should check out that playlist because it's really cool. And while you're there, click follow on Deathwish because we're always weekly putting up staff picks playlists, previous select tracks from members of Loma Prieta and Cult Leader, and Christmas playlist that didn't get posted. But yeah, there's just
sick
awesome
Halloween playlist.
Yeah, a sick Halloween
That'll
playlist
last you all year long.
So
Dude, fuck Discover Weekly. It's all about Deathwish.
Exactly.
Staff picks.
Yeah.
Also, I'm pretty sure the Detox Crew select tracks is coming soon. So
Yeah.
You demanded it, we deliver it.
So, yeah, follow us on Spotify and check out Marco's select tracks from Death Index. And, yeah, that's pretty much it for the news.
Very good.
Yep.
Always got to bring the news.
Always got to bring that.
Oh, and we're still looking for interns, too. I should probably mention that.
Still looking for
So if you
interns.
want to intern here, you still have time to apply.
I want to send a thanks to everyone who has applied. You've been from far away, but you're not really local. I appreciate your enthusiasm, but it just doesn't make sense for an unpaid internship for you. For
their sanity.
So if you're within an hour drive or so, and you feel like you'd want to do it, email me at mark@deathwishinc.com. We'll put more info in the show notes, but if you know someone who wants to intern, just let us know.
And again, you will be working next to Caleb all day, so I don't know if that's a positive or a negative.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure.
I showered last week.
Be an intern. Go be somebody. We've hired many interns. I was an intern back in the day.
Rich was an intern.
Mark was an intern.
I was an intern.
Our new employee Keith was an intern.
Yeah.
Not this semester, but the semester before. So
Yeah, and now he's just started as an employee.
so yeah.
Shout out to Keith.
Very cool. Very cool. Thanks for the news, Mark. You did a great job.
Actually, wasn't an intern. He now owns Roxy's Grilled Cheese, right?
Oh yeah.
You could own your own restaurant after you have an internship.
Yeah, we've had some very successful interns come out of here.
Yeah.
So, very cool. Chris,
Yep.
what do you got for us?
Can I help
this
you?
week?
Oh, the tour
It's time
stuff.
for everyone's most miserable segment.
Yep.
Tour time with miserable Chris.
Cherry chain.
DFC.
Cool. So I have one new announcement.
New.
Yeah, pretty crazy. 108 will be playing 3 shows in May, including 1 show in Cambridge, Mass.
What?
And 2 shows in Brooklyn on the same day, in which they'll play different sets at each. So go to both shows
Yes.
in Brooklyn. It'll be cool.
Yeah, I think it's a matinee and it's like a night show. So
Yep. So that'll be pretty cool, and that's at St. Vitus. So and that's both shows. Just a quick recap of things going on. Converge will be playing the Neurosis 30th anniversary show, and that's March 6th. So definitely go to that. It's gonna be crazy. Cult Leader next month will be going on tour with Sumac and Black Spirituals. That starts February 28th, so go to that. Death Heaven tour with Anthrax, Lamb of God, Power Trip is underway, and go to those shows. I saw some photos over the weekend from their Philadelphia show. Awesome. People were really into it, so... also next month, Touche Amore and Modern Life is War will be touring with Gorilla Biscuits, which is like really crazy. So that's a month away, so definitely go to that.
and that's all over Europe, right?
Yeah, so
Cool.
we're unlucky and are unable to go to that, but
You could go if you really wanted to.
Can I?
I don't know. It's a little expensive. I don't know if I could swing that. Also, Young in the Way will be touring with Take in next month, at the end of next month. So definitely go to that.
Lots of things happening. Lots of things coming up.
I listened to that 2 nights ago while playing Wii Frisbee Golf. First of all, good combo. Actually, I bundled those two things.
Bundled.
I had a triple bundle too because I was drinking that Georgia Peach Seltzer. I'm not even forcing that in. It really was. That was good. In my undies, just playing Wii Frisbee Golf.
Working on that tush.
Working on that tush, dude.
Yo, like, it doesn't need work.
Yeah, like, that is, like, people are like, oh, yeah, you have to pay rent, you have to live somewhere. Paying the amount I pay in rent just to be able to play Wii Frisbee Golf in my underwear, drinking seltzer, listening to Wet Life. It's all worth it, you know? Life is good. And just remember that.
Well, life was not good for Caleb's coffee this morning, was it?
Here we go.
Hold on. You don't even know.
That's what I want to know about.
It's a good segue. It's definitely a good segue. So let's just get right into it.
Every time.
Caleb, what happened this morning?
Was this your first coffee of the day, or your third, or what? Where were we at on this one?
This was technically my third, yeah.
Okay.
Caleb's got a Dave & Buster's travel mug. It's metal and rubber.
Had since high school.
Wait. You put a metal thing into the microwave?
Here we go.
And it's rubber. And he put it in the microwave, and I heard him, there was like a noise, and he was like, oh shit, what's that? Literally on fire. He pours out the coffee. It's just like all the metal, all the rubber's like melted and stringed away.
No, I couldn't get the fire out. I had to bring the flaming cup over to the sink.
Was it actually on fire?
Yes.
The top of the microwave, I just heated up my lunch. It tasted fine, but the top of the microwave is just burnt.
I cleaned it out. I aired it out.
Trey, if you're listening, we're going to need a new microwave for the break room.
The microwave is fine. I microwaved it for less than a minute.
It was just funny because Chris came in like a little bit after that, and the break room's door was closed and the window's wide open to air it out. And Chris is like, "Yo, what the fuck is going on?" It's January.
I was like, "Why is the window wide open?"
Why? Okay.
God.
Okay. Yeah, I fucked up. Not my finest moment. But why wouldn't you should be able to microwave travel mugs? Fuck's sake.
Not necessarily. I mean, I have a metal travel mug.
Yeah.
That I wouldn't microwave.
I
mean, the travel mug is supposed to keep the coffee hot.
Yeah,
exactly.
Not necessarily.
Why can't you microwave it?
Well, because
you should be able to.
It should already be hot because it's in a travel mug.
It was hot when I put it in, and I drove here, and it wasn't hot anymore.
I'm sorry.
You should get a new travel mug.
You could have borrowed a mug, or not borrowed, taken a mug.
I don't
So
do
many
that.
mugs.
We've wasted so many mugs from people.
You don't
doing
have
that.
one?
Not here.
Maybe you should.
Why don't you just have a Deathwish mug for here?
Microwave coffee.
Well, next time.
Or bring a mug.
I don't think I'm gonna.
I have a Dunder Mifflin mug right here.
Yeah, I know. It's a nice mug.
The Office.
I don't think I'm ever going to use the microwave or drink coffee again because you guys made me feel real bad about it.
Good. We don't want you to use it, so.
The break room. Besides you burning down the break room, it was
a very small fire.
Down the house.
It's a constant struggle. The break room, I would say,
For someone who doesn't even work on that floor.
I don't.
Okay, continue.
Go on.
It bugs me to no end how much you care about the break room.
I do care about the break room. I just want it to be a good break room.
You refuse to use it.
It is a good break room.
I usually don't. I usually do not.
Hey, Rich. Hey, Rich.
But
we're all going to do this thing in the break room for our lunch break. You want to join? No.
I'm not focused for that.
But I do not use the break room very often.
Okay.
Often? Never.
Well, I go in there to heat up my lunch. Or grab my lunch.
Yeah, set shit on fire.
But I do want it to be a good break room. Why wouldn't you want a good break room?
It is a good break room.
For people to
coming
enjoy.
from the people who actually use it.
I think it should be a better break room.
What do you want to add to it?
I talked to our new employee, Keith, and he did not enjoy the break room.
Okay.
All right, someone, you know what?
I don't believe that.
Call Keith down here right now.
Okay.
Call him. I just think the break room should be better.
I gave you free reign to do whatever you want in the break room, and you put it the same exact way.
We all agree there was no better way.
You lose.
Also, Mr. I've got a free coffee table that would be great.
I keep forgetting to bring it.
Guys.
Remember that day you were even like,
hey, Keith.
Hey.
I'm going to have to see you downstairs.
Okay.
Just come in through the glass window and go right immediately. You know where Rich's office is.
Yeah.
All right. Got to ask you a question.
Sure. Thanks.
I tried to make
I think he's in trouble.
I tried to make it seem serious, and I felt
you
bad.
should have done that, yeah.
Yeah, you're a dick.
That's totally some shit you have done that to me anyway.
Yeah,
so,
I'm pretty sure I have.
Fucking DHL.
Oh,
You
that
made
was
me
one
feel
of
like
the-
shit.
That was one of the best pranks ever.
That was the best.
Frank Sinatra.
Yo, can you open the door so he knows?
You saying Keith doesn't know how to open doors?
No, so he knows which
Keith,
door.
come here.
Hey, what's up?
Come in here.
Can
Rich has
Chris,
to ask you a question.
Can you borrow your mic for a second?
Yeah.
Since you're or whoever, yeah.
And don't feel like you have to answer how you think Rich wants you to answer.
That's fine, Keith. Don't worry about it.
Answer how
Yeah,
Just take a minute.
Yeah, that door doesn't work, so...
Keith, get right up into that mic.
Yeah, you can talk in.
Here, bring it over a little bit.
I can't move it. So
Rich,
Oh, it's stuck?
don't edit
Yeah, you can
any
use
of this
this one.
out.
I won't. Oh, okay. There we go. Keith, we're talking about the break room.
Okay.
Can I get your opinions on the break room currently, its status right now? Be honest. You can be honest. It's completely fine. I know that Caleb burnt the microwave down, but
Oh my god.
The break room's pretty cool.
stop it. You're lying. You are lying on the podcast, Keith.
What's the
That is-
coolest part? Maybe the maces?
Yeah, the hate breed makes
exactly.
Keith, I want you to be honest. Do not lie on the podcast. This is like a sacred place. It's like going to church. You can't lie.
I wish I had more room to eat my lunch.
See, I told you. There's
You
no
don't
room.
like to cuddle and eat lunch?
There's no room to actually.
I
eat
like
lunch.
eating my lunch on my lap and spilling it everywhere. I don't know about you guys.
Well, maybe if we had a coffee table,
I agree.
you could put your lunch down.
Talking to the mic if you're going to say something, Mark. None of this bullshit.
I agree that we could have more room to eat our lunch, but
Right.
when we tried to fuck around with it, we all were like, "There's no other option." Remember, I'm
just-
down to having a table.
we just need a little coffee table. Rich, I thought you said you had one. You
I know.
didn't bring it in.
Okay. The
Oh,
coffee table.
but-
maybe the coffee table is the answer, but I walk in there and Keith is not enjoying his lunch. It makes me feel like a bad person. Okay?
You should.
I mean, you're a bad person. I mean,
yeah.
So, Keith, thumbs down in the break room?
Totally a thumbs down.
See? Whoa! See? I told you. It's not a good break room.
Chief Keef.
I mean, it does have the hate breed maces, which elevate its score like 100%.
Yep.
But besides that, it doesn't really have much going for it.
We should charge admission
But
for
there's
people to
stuff-
come and take selfies with the maces.
Yeah.
The table has what? The toaster on it? Anything else?
The what?
The table that we have.
Toaster, the broken Keurig,
Yeah.
and
Keith tried using that today. That was fun.
and crumbs. That's what it has on there.
At least it didn't, light up on fire.
Yeah,
you tried
that's
to use
true.
it.
That's true.
It's a goddamn disgrace.
Maybe we could take the coffee table and put the toaster in the microwave on the coffee table and put it on the side, and then use that table somewhere else for people to eat on.
You're gonna stack the toaster oven on top of the microwave?
No, how big? The coffee? They
Oh my
probably
God.
both fit.
You guys are making it so complicated. Just get a coffee table, put it on the rug. Boom.
Okay.
Cheese balls.
Okay.
We're sorry we let you down, Keith.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, I feel bad now.
Well, at least it has the hate breed maces.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, I mean,
And a Chromecast that works half the time.
That didn't work for a good while, but
Yeah.
it's back to.
I wonder if I
working.
could eat my lunch with the maces.
you could try to use that as a coffee table.
You'll need a tetanus shot first.
No, I'm gonna use them like chopsticks. I've had my tetanus shot. Don't worry.
I'll put a
TV
link.
shot.
I'll put a link in the show. Keith, can you take a picture of the TV with the maces so I can put a link in the show notes for it?
Yeah.
Thank you. Just throw it. Just send it over to me in Slack.
Okay.
Cool.
Just take
Thanks.
a selfie. Fuck
Yeah,
the
you
TV.
can take a selfie too. Okay.
I actually have. I have a picture of Keith with that. Anyway.
Oh, yeah. Way back, yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. I just think it could be better. That's all.
Okay.
And you guys refuse to want to make it better.
Were you there that day that we moved everything around and you came
Yeah.
to the realization saying there's nothing else we can do
Also, I
at
just
that current state?
if anybody is like waiting on an
What are you
order,
doing with your
if
leg
anybody's
right now?
if anybody's waiting on an order to be shipped and they're like, man, Deathwish is taking a long time, it's because we're fucking with the break room. Email rich@deathwishinc.com and yell at him,
Air your grievances.
or just send him cool tips on interior design, decorating.
or some funny memes.
Yeah, he'd love to see that.
Whichever.
Long story short, we got to get more Crate and Barrel influence in the office.
Yeah. Totally. Feng shui's all off.
And just to follow up,
Cool.
rich at deathwishinc.com, and just don't forget ASL.
Oh my god.
Thank you, Keith, for answering that question.
Thank you.
We
That was good.
appreciate your honesty.
Yes. Be careful. Don't trip over Chris.
Yeah. There you go. Appreciate that. Thank you.
Go be some Keith. Go be somebody.
God damn it.
Beat somebody.
That was Keith.
I
He'll-
will be.
He'll probably be on some other episodes.
You know, we gotta.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you guys done with the break room?
Are
Rich,
you?
can you at least-
Are you done with it?
Can you at least say that you were there that day when you said
I was.
We did it. You started the whole thing.
motherfucker stirring the pot?
Yeah. This isn't Rich's new thing. He
Bubble,
comes
bubble,
upstairs.
toil, and motherfucking trouble. Right?
Yeah.
Well, let's move on to some feedback.
You gotta lift it up. You gotta lift it up into the hole.
Yeah. What am I, Hakeem Olajuwon, dude?
I don't even
like
know
that
what you
one?
just said.
Yo, Houston Rockets.
He doesn't
dude.
do sports.
Yeah,
Look it
right.
I got his
No,
card.
dude, modern baseball, American football.
We are gonna do.
It's all I love. Sports.
We are gonna do film school with Rich. We're gonna do it at the end of the podcast because it's a new movie,
Oh, good for you!
so we don't spoil anything. We like to do spoiler-free podcasts.
Spoiler free.
Let's go back. Let's go to the feedback. How about that?
Can we
Mark?
always do film school at the end so I can dip out early? Just kidding.
Let's do feedback. We always love feedback. Actually, we got a little bit of follow up from the last episode.
Some follow up.
Wow.
Follow up. This one.
Don't want to leave him
one's-
hanging.
This one's from a longtime listener, Andrew Clark, at Start Today 09.
Andy C.
He says, hashtag Ask Death Talk. That's how it started.
Ooh.
That's how you get a hold of us.
Good start, dude. Is this demand or a question?
This is some thoughts here.
Okay.
Or this follow up. So, awesome Star Wars episode. The clones in the first trilogy were from Jango Fett's genes. I think I said Boba Fett on the last
You did.
episode,
I
but I
remember.
meant Jango Fett.
You corrected yourself, but you didn't know what to correct it to.
Okay.
So
I'm
half
not-
points. Half points.
I'm not knowledgeable enough to even really.
You're not knowledgeable in the Force, I know.
I'm not.
He also says, there's another tweet, which is blood in Star Wars movies. I believe there's some shown in A New Hope's bar fight scene in Mos Eisley.
Oh.
I don't remember that, but it could be true. So we got a good amount of feedback on the Star Wars episode.
That's awesome. Oh, do you
Yeah.
think the blood was digitally added?
Yeah, the CGI. It was CGI blood, actually. They couldn't actually make it in real life.
Yeah,
So
CG blood looks so bad. Anyway, sorry.
here's another one from Twitter from one of our a big fan. It's from Greg. He says,
What up, Greg?
He says, hashtag Ask Death Talk. That's how you get a hold of us. Mark.
I think I know what this is.
My question is for at Caleb Gowett. Follow him on Twitter.
Yeah.
Cool.
Where can I get shirts and tapes from your band? Caleb, your band. Your band,
in the mess.
Damn it.
your band Prison Hit, I believe he's talking
Yeah,
about.
I think
I don't know
he is.
which of the 7 bands he's talking about, but I assume this
He's
one's
talking about Prison Hit because somebody tweeted a picture of me in the shirt.
So you wear your own band shirts?
I was doing a Modern Drummer promo for the new cover for next month.
That's untrue.
No, it's true.
Okay.
Yeah. Check it out. Hashtag Modern Drummer of Fish.
Modern drummers of fish.
A fish, like
a fish.
official.
Cool.
Come on. Yeah, shirts won't be in the store, but we'll probably get tapes in the store.
You're not going to be able to buy Prison Hit shirts online?
I don't know.
like where can you buy them?
Well, we're gonna have them on
Like a big cartel or something?
We're doing like a little.
Craigslist?
We'll have them in person.
eBay?
We're doing like we got a bunch
He's
of
getting
shows
flustered.
coming up. I don't know if we're gonna put them on.
You should have gave him the tour time with Chris.
Should have. Woulda. Coulda. Shoulda.
Yeah.
You know, hindsight's 20/20.
So,
We'll probably get tapes, and there's a 7-inch coming out
in the future.
sometime. Test presses are in, so
Test presses.
should be.
Frigid misery.
Yep.
Oh, maybe there'll be a bundle with a 7-inch and
You want to bundle it?
and a T-shirt together.
Bundles. Ted Bundy.
Yeah. So I don't know. We'll get them eventually.
Okay.
Thanks, Greg.
Just figured we'd start with the Twitter. We usually do voice messages first, but we did a little.
switch
we did a little
it.
Twitter.
I like switch.
Love
Keep
that
switching
switching
up.
up, dude.
Switching,
But we do have a voice message. This one's from Matt from Newmarket, New Hampshire.
Hey guys, this is Matt from Newmarket, New Hampshire. I was just calling because I know in the last episode, for obvious reasons, you didn't include any Deathwish releases on your best of list. I was just wondering, what were your favorite Deathwish releases from last year, or maybe even just your favorite Deathwish releases overall? Besides that, I was checking out some back episodes I missed. Friggin' Cliffhanger is the best Stallone movie, hands
Yes.
down. So thanks, guys. Stay miserable.
I don't know if I've seen Cliffhanger.
Stay miserable.
Oh, I didn't catch that.
You didn't
That's a
That
good
was
one.
sick.
That's sick.
That's a good one. Thanks, Matt, for calling in and leaving a message.
Thanks, man.
We love when people leave messages.
Great question.
Caleb, do you agree with Cliffhanger being the best Stallone?
No, but Cliffhanger is great.
I don't think I've ever. What was that one about?
He's climbing the mountain.
Is he hanging from a cliff?
The cover. My grandpa used to have the VHS, and I'd watch it there all the time. He's literally hanging from a cliff, one-handed, and there's a helicopter coming around. It's cool.
I don't remember seeing that movie, but let's do. We'll do personal favorites of all time in the DW catalog.
Yep.
You guys get some answers.
You go first.
I'll go first. This changes all the time. I think we've actually talked about this in past episodes, but
Yeah,
this
it's
right now I'd probably say
Give a couple.
My Life is a War Witness
Duh.
up there.
That's a good one.
Personally, Killing the Dreams and Place Apart.
All right.
Big fan. What about you guys? Anything?
I'd say the new Loma record.
Oh.
For this year, at least.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Good record.
Cool.
You should buy it.
What about Totally Back Forever?
Anything.
I would say mine would definitely have to be Witness as well.
Cool.
Caleb?
You Fail Me. Or All Time You Fail Me. Harvest of the Carcass is something I listen to.
You always listen to that.
On the weekly.
Yeah. From last year specifically.
You can do anything. That's fine. You don't have to do. You don't have to do it last year.
That's
you can
good.
just do. Yeah. That's good. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess
Carly Rae Jepsen.
no. Shipwreck Abyss.
Oh, you listen to that a lot.
Shipwreck Abyss is awesome.
That's cool.
And
Yeah.
I had another one. Oh, Lifelong Tragedy, Runaways.
Great record.
That's awesome.
Yeah. We're closed in on 200.
I know.
Yeah.
It's very
We have
exciting.
releases up to 190 right now.
That's awesome.
That some are unannounced yet, but
Damn. That's
closing on
crazy.
200. So yeah, we're
Oh,
probably
also Heavier Than Heaven. Sorry.
yeah.
Lonelier Than
That's a
God.
really good one too.
Also
yeah, I forgot
insane.
about that. I can name like for 20
Yeah.
other ones.
Also, Lude X, I feel like doesn't get enough
Oh,
love
yeah.
because they kind of broke up too soon, but
Yeah.
that record's so good.
Definitely.
We got a great back catalog. Not
Yeah.
trying to.
Mark, are you gonna organize the 200th release party?
Emails already sent out.
Okay.
It's gonna be at Sinclair. No, probably not.
Okay.
Wow, we're leaving out so much. Doom. Come on.
I know. There's a ton.
Yeah,
That's a tough
That's tough.
one. Here's an email from James Copart, I believe that's how you say it. He says, hey, James from Scarborough, UK here. Thank you for the smiles and laughter you've given me listening to your show. Well, thanks, James. I apologize for wasting all those hours in
That's
your
really
life.
nice.
I love film school. I would love you to watch Serbian Story. Caleb, are you familiar?
I think he means a Serbian film. I think.
Okay.
And maybe it goes by a different title. He said he's from the UK, right?
Yes. It's the only film I wish I could unwatch because it's a bad movie because it's so disturbing.
Yeah.
Would love to know your views. Do it. Happy New Year. James.
Okay, I think he's talking about a Serbian Story.
Have you seen that?
No, but I know a lot about it, and I actively didn't watch it
Oh, okay.
for those reasons.
I've never heard of it.
This is the one you're. Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh,
I know,
I know
minor
about
details,
this,
and it seems
yeah.
really fucked up.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
It's yeah.
Don't watch that one then.
Well, I mean, you can go for it, Rich. I'm not watching it.
I don't know. I mean, dude,
Yeah.
I was upset that when we watched The Revenant that there were no lasers in it. So, that's one of the cons of the movie. So,
I haven't seen this one though. There might be lasers. in
so
it.
I don't think I could do anything too deep.
Damn, wind is hopping.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a strange suggestion. But yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
Rich, you're gonna watch that for next week, right?
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. That's it for feedback, though. You know what? I didn't even.
That was some solid feedback.
I didn't even tell people how to give us feedback. How could I do that?
Wow.
So if you want to be a part of the show, use the hashtag AskDeathTalk on Twitter. You can email us, deathtalk@deathwishinc.com, or give us a call. That's the preferred way to interact with the show, right, Mark?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we like to hear your beautiful voices.
Yeah, and we'll play. Yeah, leave us a message. So what you can do is call the Death Talk hotline at 754-70-DTalk. That's 754-703-8255. Leave your first name, where you're from, and a brief message, and you could hear your voice on this podcast. Broadcast to millions of people.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We're at like, what, 7 million subscribers now?
Something like that. Might be 7.5, but
I lost track after Snoop Dogg numbers.
Also, bonus, if you call the hotline and sing your best rendition of your favorite Bon Jovi song, you'll get a 75% off coupon for our store. Brought to you by Caleb and the Deathwish store.
Only stickers, though.
Only stickers.
Yeah.
And buttons, but if we're out of them, you have to come and make them.
On the steel horse,
I just hope someone calls and sings Living on a Prayer.
Does anyone want to tell us what they're into these days?
We're already there?
Yeah, we're already there.
Yeah, we're doing film school last. You can
Film
leave,
school last.
Mark.
Yeah, we're going to need about a good 3 hours for film school this week.
Actually, no, we all have something to say this week. I'm excited.
Yeah.
Excited.
I'm into New Girl. That's easy.
Who's that girl?
Mark told me to watch it, so I just did it. I do whatever Mark says. Caleb's all mad about that.
You really do. Because I suggest stuff, and you're just like, yeah, whatever.
He gets bent out of shape with me, too. He'll be like, Mark, you'll love this album. And I'll be like, I'll check it out. And I never do.
and then I send it to him, and he gets all into it.
That's happened multiple times.
Yeah, New Girl.
And also, me and Mark were talking about New Girl upstairs when you came up, and we were both like, "Oh, it's actually good. Check it out." And then you're like, "Yeah, Mark got me into this great show."
I had no clue that it was going to be a good show.
I mean, it's like a dumb thing to complain about. It's fine.
It's really. I mean, I'm only like 6 episodes in, but
yeah,
go watch New Girl.
It's good. I like it too.
Besides that, nothing too much on there. I don't have any tech things to talk about this week. You guys want to talk about some of my favorite apps or anything like that?
No, I think we'll pass.
Okay, all right.
Do you want to talk about your new iPad? That's what you're into?
No. I got an iPad Pro, yes, but I really do.
Yeah, with the pencil, just so you can draw pictures of Caleb.
Yes.
iPad Pro Premium. Yeah,
Premium.
I just want you guys to know about the harassment. He's just drawing nasty pictures of me and posting it to the work chat.
Wow.
Yep.
All I am is nice to you. All right.
I know. I'm sorry.
Shout out to Slack.
Yeah.
This episode brought to you by Slack.
Yeah, Slack is really good. We love Slack, right?
do.
Yeah,
everyone
Slack's
slacks
great.
their life away.
Yeah.
If you don't know, Slack's
I'm
like this.
slacking right now.
One time I brought up Slack on the podcast, and you said, "Shh, you can't let anyone know about
think
our secrets."
It's out there though now. Everybody's using it.
Slack,
we got in on the bottom floor. Okay,
the bottom,
The ground floor sounds better.
We got in on the ground floor.
Everyone's going to the front door. We went in the bulkhead. We're in the fucking basement.
Caleb, what are you into this week?
I got nothing, honestly.
Shut up.
Come on.
I caught up on New Girl.
You're into drum videos.
Yeah. I'm really into 15-second Instagram drum clips.
Oh, really? Like
Yeah.
a certain hashtags you search?
I don't.
Oh, they
do
just
hashtags.
come up. Do they come up in your like explore
See,
thing?
Instagram knows what I like really well, so I just click the little magnifying glass,
See, mine
and
is
it's just like
my explore thing is just puppies and scantily clad women, and I'm not really sure why.
well, mine's all drums
it's
and
curated
scantily
to-
clad women.
I don't know. That's all it is all the time.
I mean, that makes sense.
You said scantily clad.
Yeah, he's trying to be all PC.
That's okay.
We all know. They all know. Everyone knows you're vile.
Oh my god.
So yeah, good,
cool.
We'll take it.
Mark.
I'm into the new Basement album that's coming up next week.
How can you be into it? It's not even out yet.
Yeah,
I'm
you
very
don't know
excited for it. I should say that.
Okay.
I was excited with the first song. More excited with the second song. I've listened to the third song like
Wow,
100
dude.
times.
I do like the new video for that. It's very good.
This new song. It's called Aqua Sun. The video. It's really good. Also, I've been groving all week. Real excited for the new Pine Grove album. There's a new song, If You Care. They're good.
It's going to be on next week's playlist. I think you added it too.
Yep. Also, I wouldn't call myself like a giant REM fan because I don't know that much about them. But there's one song that I can't stop listening to, and it's on the playlist this week. It's so good.
Didn't you buy like a REM record?
I bought that song, the 7-inch, on Amazon UK for like $25. That's how much I wanted. I like this song.
Gotta get REM.
Yeah, it comes with a free fucking lapel pin, dude. So cool.
Totally worth it.
It was like a Warner Brothers promotional item in '94. So cool. Strange Currencies. Do it up.
Chris, what are you watching on Netflix?
Actually, what I'm into is not Netflix related. Actually, I'm into Snuggies.
Do you have a Snuggie?
I have a Stormtrooper one.
What? Where did that come from?
My roommate got it for me for Christmas.
They seem comfortable.
They're great.
I'd wear one.
They're fantastic because I can like type on my laptop and wear my Snuggie and watch Netflix on the TV. It's fantastic.
Now, are you nude underneath the Snuggie?
No. It's too cold for that.
He's not nude, but definitely hard.
Wait, like hard body or?
I'll leave that to you.
Oh my god! Holy shit! Talk about scantily clad.
Yeah, Chris is popping up on my
Rich is
Instagram.
vile.
Yeah,
Caleb is fucking vile. Holy shit!
Chris is just nude in a Snuggie, just all over my Instagram.
Yeah. What? That shit's soft, man.
Please, someone Photoshop Chris in a Snuggie.
Don't do that.
Already done.
You'll win.
Anyways,
you'll win
Two things. I'm actually into something else too. Sky Zone.
Oh.
If you don't know what that is, find out what it is.
I don't know what that
fucking
is.
Awesome. Look it up. It's like this trampoline place. It's just like a room full of trampolines, and it's like you jump around.
Where is it located?
There's one in Danvers, Mass.
Okay.
And there's
shout out to Sky Zone.
One in Everett, I think. I don't know.
I've been to one too, Chris. They're so sick.
Yeah,
maybe that's where we can have the Deathwish 200.
We really should.
Yeah.
Yo, yeah. I played.
We all leave with broken ankles.
I played dodgeball with high schoolers for like 2 hours.
Yeah.
When?
At a Sky Zone.
Like recently?
No, this was last year.
Okay, that's pretty recent. Like, were you alone or?
No, I was with my cousin.
Oh, okay.
But that's a shitty question to ask. Were you alone or like?
No, I was on a date.
He just said like I went to Sky Zone to play.
Well, his cousin didn't want to play dodgeball because he felt bad.
Yeah, my cousin wouldn't play dodgeball with the high schoolers, and I was like, "Fuck you, I'm going in."
Wow.
Did you own?
It was pretty good. Right. It was pretty cool.
This episode brought to you by Sky Zone.
Yeah, no, it was a great workout too.
Play dodgeball with some high
and
schoolers.
they have basketball hoops that you can dunk on.
Yeah, Liberty Tree Mall is really close. That's where you went.
Is this a chain? Is this like? Are they all over the U.S. or?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I really have no idea, but
sounds like
it was fantastic.
Do you wear your Snuggie there? Or?
No, they got weird when I like took the Snuggie out. They're like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "What?"
They're like, "Sir,
this is my uniform.
Sir,
what are you doing?"
We can see you're trying to smuggle something under that." And you're like, "Oh no."
Is that a corn on the cob?
Oh my god!
No, that's my Red Bull. Did yours have a foam pit too?
Yeah.
Dude, the foam pit is so sick.
They have a foam pit?
Yeah, except foam pits are awesome, and you never know this, but once you go into a foam pit, you learn quick.
You can't get out.
You can't get out, and you get bivets in your mouth.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
What's a bivet?
One of my
you guys don't get
roommates
bivets?
jumped in like the middle of it, and he like had a really tough time getting out of the pit, and it was the funniest thing.
Hold on. Definition of bivet.
Like a little thing you don't know what it is, and you're like, it's in your mouth, and it's like, like that. That's a bivet.
I've never heard that word in my life.
Yeah,
it's because it's not a word. I made it up.
Oh, okay.
All right. Well,
anyways,
can we go to Sky Zone right
It's because it's like all the little foam
There's
squares.
$10 for like a half an hour. So.
Oh, we're doing it.
I've been in a foam pit before when I was younger.
That's like break time.
I used to get invited to girls' birthday parties in elementary school, and they were at this gymnastics place that had a foam pit.
Damn, Mark.
I was in like fourth grade.
Mark.
Yo, killing at an early age.
Mark just like
dap me up.
Dap him up.
He's just like,
nope.
Yo, girl, you want to come in the pit with me?
Get the pit.
Yeah, you want to? I'm gonna go.
What's
pit.
that? Get. Is there a Kid Rock lyric I'm missing?
Get in the pit and try to love
Yeah,
someone.
there it is. Okay, cool.
Obviously. Buy a yacht with the flag says chillin' the most and then rock that bitch up and down the coast.
What the hell?
God! Can we have Rich's Kid Rock corner?
Karaoke time with Rich.
Yes.
Shit.
Rich is American badass.
Does anyone else have anything to add to what we're into? Because that was completely ridiculous. But
I could talk more about Bibbits.
no.
I mean, I could go on about some Netflix stuff that I've been watching.
No, we'll save that for next episode. So we will do the Film School with Rich segment. That's about it for the episode.
Sweet.
But if you've seen the movie and you want to continue watching, listening, if you want to continue listening, we'll be doing Film School with Rich, featuring the movie The Revenant.
What's going on with spoilers here?
Oh, this is going to be completely. There's tons of spoilers. We're going to be spoiling.
All right,
we're going to spoiling out everything. Yeah, we can't hold back. You can't hold.
I feel
me
like
back.
it's a movie that's kind of hard not to. No, it's not. We could totally talk, and we're going to spoil.
Yeah, so we're going to spoil.
Yeah,
Spoiler
if you haven't
alert.
seen it, don't listen to this part.
But yeah, so pause it and
Don't spoil your
come
dinner.
back later after you see the movie. But if you like the show, please do us a favor. Go to iTunes, search Deathwish Inc. You'll see our podcast come up, and give us 5 stars. Every time you give us 5 stars,
An angel gets its wings.
yeah, Mark
secures another wholesale account.
Mark has an extra $1 to upgrade his Chevy Cruze once his lease comes up.
Yes.
So he can get the next model up.
Yep. Maybe
So-
I can extend my serious 3-month free plan.
Yeah.
Yep.
So if you want to help out Mark, give us a star. Give us 5
And,
stars.
What about Overcast?
And if you listen using Overcast, hit that recommend button.
Yep.
And recommend us and let us know. Let them know that you like us. And if you're on YouTube, definitely like us, follow the channel. But that's been Death Talk episode 35. Keep listening if you want to listen to Film School with Rich about The Revenant. Cool.
Let's do this.
All right.
And scene.
Caleb.
Rich,
Are you even here, dude?
I'm here.
Caleb, Mark, Chris, and I all went on a
Guys' night out.
yeah. We hung out after work, which is
did.
weird.
It was fucking
Actually-
weird.
It was great.
All of you were actually in a bad mood.
I wasn't.
You all seemed in a
wasn't.
bad mood.
Was that?
Not at all.
Scratch that out. They were in a great mood.
Yeah.
Dude, I was good.
I had a
was
fucking
good. I went to
icy and
Best
popcorn.
Buy.
Me too.
I went to Best Buy, looked around at things I can't afford, and I discovered Sky Zone.
Yo, that's a true
That night.
American time.
So it was fantastic.
Before we go any further, Caleb,
Yeah.
Film School with Rich is brought to you by Caleb
At the Deathwish store.
and the Deathwish store.
I hate how you
10%.
Caleb, tell the kids what they can get this week.
10% off your whole order.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
plus 65% if you sing Bon Jovi.
Don't forget about Jovi.
And how can they get that?
Shout out to Jovi.
How they get Jovi? Well, you email 10% off with the coupon code HAWK.
At checkout. Store.deathwishinc.com.
Yep.
Do it. So we saw this movie at a theater together. We sat next to each other.
Yep.
I was
I had
was
Rich
sitting
to my
next-
right,
yeah.
Mark to my, Chris to my left, and then Mark to the far left.
Yep.
And Chris and I were pretty annoying throughout the movie, right?
No,
I was pissed,
actually, you
but
guys
in a good way.
No.
Like
You
I was
guys,
into it.
Yeah, no, you guys were the best to watch this with because Chris kept going, "What the fuck, dude?"
Yeah, Chris kept openly swearing.
Yeah,
through the whole
it
movie.
was-
And then he
Very
would get like surprised and hold his hands up to his head and say like, "What the fuck?" And then he would keep his hands there until like the scene ended, and then he'd be like, "Jesus Christ!"
I hate.
Well,
I hate
you know,
guts.
I was into
if
it.
if you can't do like guts and broken bones and shit like that, don't see this movie.
Yeah,
I could barely
super
watch
violent.
it.
Rich was squirming
Yeah.
the entire time.
I was just like, fuck.
checking his watch,
Yeah.
just doing anything to look away.
The girl next to me was holding her jacket over her face because she was like scared of the movie, and I'm just like, "Can I borrow that?"
Yo, what part has guts and stuff? I don't remember.
Were you watching the same movie that we were?
I'm forgetting, I guess. It didn't make much of an impact on me.
When the Native American is literally just eating the guts of like a buffalo.
Yeah, dude,
Oh, yeah,
he
forgot
throws
about
in the
that.
liver and he like.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
I don't know, when Leonardo DiCaprio just
Eats the
just
fish,
sleeps
but-
in a fucking horse.
You're right. All right. I forgot.
I
His
don't know.
neck gets cut open.
Yeah,
like,
when
come
a
on.
bear just mauls him.
He drinks water and the water comes out of the hole.
Yeah,
and
dude.
then he.
Are you fucking kidding me?
He has to like hold.
I
his,
forgot.
This is like you not knowing
Oh
artwork.
my god, film school sucks.
So
To be fair, we saw this last week, like early last week,
Yeah.
Monday, I think.
Yeah.
So it's been a little
okay,
while.
overall impressions.
That water thing happened. I don't remember that. Anyways, keep going.
Overall impressions. Can I start?
Yeah,
Do you mind
of
if I
course.
start?
Yeah.
I thought the movie was good. I liked it.
You were visibly uncomfortable the whole time.
Yeah. It looks beautiful. Great looking movie.
Yeah.
I'm not a.
The whole thing is natural light.
Yeah, I'm not a professional, film guy or anything, but like it looked great. The acting is fantastic. I didn't even know that Tom Hardy was in the movie. I literally, you said something like, "Oh yeah, Tom Hardy." I'm like, "Tom Hardy's in this movie?" He's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Who is he?" And you're like, "Oh, he's Fitzgerald." I'm like, "Oh, I literally had no clue."
He's not getting enough love either. Everyone's like, "Ooh, DiCaprio the Oscar." Tom Hardy's better than him in this.
The only thing. It was too gory for me. It's not my thing.
Yeah.
It's definitely an art piece. It was about probably 45 minutes to an hour too long.
That's the only thing we can agree on. I definitely think it's a little too long. That being said, it didn't bother me.
And the CGI was bad in the movie.
What
And
CGI? The bear?
the bear, the wolves, there was a bunch of CGI in the movie.
I thought it all looked really good.
I didn't think
it all
looked
looks.
Yeah, for CGI, I thought it looked really
but
good.
you knew it was CGI.
Okay, here's the thing. I think the
You didn't
reason.
know
I mean, some of the
You didn't know in Mad
bear,
Max.
the bear part was it was kind of
You're right.
whatever,
You didn't
but-
know in Mad Max, but I think the reason this all stands out more in this movie is because it's all shot natural light on location.
Right.
So when you are looking at something that isn't supposed to be there, it stands out a little bit more.
Yeah, exactly. And like with Mad Max, it didn't have a real like I don't want to say it didn't have a natural look to it. It had like this look.
It's
to
very
it.
stylized. It's
Right,
all
yes.
it's all
it was
real.
like filtered,
and the
yeah.
the CGI added to it, and you didn't know that it was lots. You were like unsure, like, is this CGI or is this like, did they really film it because of the style of the movie?
And
this one
most
is
of that was
very
real.
natural and like landscapes and all this stuff, and then you just have like a CGI bear in there, and you're just like, okay, yeah, it was cool. It was a cool scene, and blah blah blah. I'm going way into it.
That's okay. This is good. You're actually talking about something
But
worthwhile.
the bear itself did not look real.
Can we talk about this? Think about how hard it must have been if you're Leonardo DiCaprio and you're shooting that scene where it's just you and a fake bear you're
Didn't
filming
they use
with.
like a pulley system or something?
No,
That's what I
It
heard in
looks
an
so
interview.
like, even though the bear may have looked
his
like
movements looked great.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they created a fight that looked like fucking real. Like, there was nothing about the fight that I was like, I like thought it was actually happening. You know what I mean? I didn't even think once. I was like, oh, the bear looks kind of shitty.
I guess my point is that, like, if you can't pull it off, then don't do it. Do it a different way. You know what I mean?
I feel like in that scene they did pull it off, but
I think you're wrong.
I don't know.
I disagree with you.
They sold it to me.
I'm in the middle because, Rich, I do agree. I think the CG stands out a lot. It definitely stands out. I don't think it looks bad. I just think it stands out, which CG's not supposed to stand out. No. That being said, the bear scene is still incredibly well done and like impressive because.
Oh no! I thought the scene was very good.
Yeah,
It's just
and not just that. Like, there's so many scenes. Like when he closes up the hole in his throat and stuff. Like, that's a lot of the scenes in this movie were all like one continuous shot, or at least made to look like that, which I thought was cool. Sometimes that can be kind of douchey. Honestly, it was like, it's a one continuous shot, but I think it works really well in this because it's way more immersive and there's so much going on. And like, especially, it stood out the most to me. Obviously the bear scene is incredible with like the one long shot, but where it stood out the most to me was the very end where Tom Hardy and Leo DiCaprio are fighting.
best scene in the movie.
Yes.
Yeah.
Huge fight, so intense. That was one of the parts where Chris jumped. I fucking jumped.
yeah,
we all
tough,
jumped.
When he
like,
cut his fingers off.
Yeah.
Fuck
It was
that.
kind of exhausting to watch.
It was, because
I
you're
mean,
like, they're still cutting each other.
Yeah.
But anyway, I got off track. I don't know if it's one shot exactly, but it looked like one shot to me when they were fighting at the end. And what I just don't even understand how they did it. They're fighting each other and they're like cutting each other, and like the cuts are appearing on their bodies, but like the camera's not cutting, and like motherfucker loses fingers, and then they're gone.
Yeah, I don't know how they.
And
did
there's
that.
no like. It blew my mind.
That had to be. I mean, that was probably a CG effect,
It probably was,
and it worked.
Yeah. So exactly. So
Yeah.
But I agree and I disagree at the same time. Like the CG's really great. It just does stand out. I think mostly because of the setting and location and yeah.
Do we know where they filmed it?
I want to say Alberta, but I could be making that up.
Canada, eh?
You
Yeah.
guys keep talking and I'll look it up.
Yeah, you look it up.
Well, so Caleb, overall impression of the movie.
I loved it. I think it's getting a little bit more love than it deserves, I'd say. To be honest.
It was no Mad Max.
No.
Okay. See,
Mad Max got more
because-
Oscar nominations than
True.
it did.
I'm actually glad that. I don't want to say I'm glad, but I think we're a little bit on the same page on the movie.
Oh, we totally are.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it more than you probably, but I totally agree with you.
Chris,
What'd you think?
overall?
I loved it. I just think of it. It looked great, and I don't know. It just sucked me in. I was just totally into the movie.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say like an hour and a half in, I was kind of like, okay, can you give me the ending now?
You
Like,
were like fidgeting
Yeah,
and
you were
checking
very
your
antsy.
watch. Yeah. Which I get
was
that. It
checking
is
my
long.
watch.
You checked your watch like 4 times. You kept looking and it wouldn't light up, and you would just like give up. It was funny, but
it was because it was really bright, and I didn't want it to like
yeah.
ruin it.
And I was
for
also
everyone.
like, dude, what are
Nice.
you doing? You don't need to know the time. You're not going anywhere.
I was checking my text messages actually.
Oh yeah, right, sure. But yeah,
Yeah, so
yeah, I liked it too.
Different parts of Canada, Alberta, other places, and then there was a couple places that was like in Montana and Argentina stuff. Anyways,
Nice.
all over the place. I didn't know that.
it's crazy that those places, like, you could go there.
Yeah.
It's,
okay.
And like,
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
what?
No, sorry. Go ahead.
No, just it's nuts that that's
Yeah.
real. Places look like that.
And it's also impressive that it's all on location and like these guys are actually like going in the water and
Yeah, like out in the shit. It's just
exactly really cool.
crazy.
He should have died like the whole time.
Well, I don't think you live from that bear attack, and
No.
especially with those. But that's
When
totally
he fell off the cliff.
yeah. But that's totally like
I know.
It's,
It's a movie, I realize.
Suspension of disbelief. You gotta roll with it. But it is cool.
The one thing I really liked about the movie is that they didn't like Hollywood, like the fight scenes and things
Yeah,
like that.
or
Like,
the
Yeah, it
people.
wasn't super glamorous
They're
or
not
anything
dolled
like
up
that.
either. They look like shit.
yeah, and so like when someone dies or like whatever, probably the most like kind of over the top thing was the horse going off the cliff with him. I was like, that's a little over the top, but like a lot of the fight scenes and like killing and things like that were like, oh, this is how they die. You know what I mean? It's not like over the top. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I love that opening like fight sequence
Yeah.
at the camp. So cool, and like actually like intense and like a little bit scary when they're like in that little like tree cover and they're just like, where are they coming from? And it was cool.
I'm glad they like obviously gave a little bit of the backstory of like his wife and and how he met her and how he had the kid, whatever. But they kept on like doing those like almost like these like dream sequences and like flashback things, and I'm just like, what is that all about?
I love that.
Yeah,
That was cool.
I realized why they wanted to give the backstory of like how who his wife was and like blah blah.
I don't think it was necessarily they wanted to give backstory. It was more like what's keeping this guy going at this point.
It was like his inspiration for.
Because like we don't really get. It's not a lot of we get backstory on the son and like what happened, but not like how they.
Yeah.
It's more like, these guys burned down this.
Don't you think a guy killing his son was enough for him to be his inspiration?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean,
like, why did they have to have another thing?
I mean, it starts off, if you remember, with like the subtitles at the bottom. He says like,
yeah, and
listen to the wind or something.
Yeah,
and
and
it
that
comes
was cool.
back.
That's
and,
cool. I mean,
art, dude.
Yeah, I know. I didn't need the
I'm a
scene.
huge sucker for like foreshadowing, like emotionally things that happen in movies. I'm just like, shit.
I just didn't need the scene of like her like floating over his like body. While
That's
he's
the only one
sleeping.
I didn't like either.
And I'm just like, what is it? Why do we need this?
I think
you're just adding time to the film at this
I
point.
think that's the last one, and it's the only one that bothered me because
I'm sorry.
like she's floating earlier, and it didn't really bother me. But that one where it cuts to like the side, and she's like angled up at his face, and I know it's like a dream sequence, but like the whole movie is so grounded and realistic and immersive, and then you're watching this dream, and you're like, it just kind of took you out a little bit.
What's a dream?
I personally don't like the guts and stuff, like the realistic stuff. It doesn't sit well with me. I'm just
I get that. It's violent as hell. Yeah,
I would have liked the movie so much more if it was shorter. It was just too long, and I think that's the one thing about the movie that just brought it down.
dude, you got to. It's all about the journey, man, not the destination.
I know, but you know
you
what?
got to feel the pain.
The sad thing is, I'll never watch this movie again.
Yeah,
you
don't have to. I feel like it's kind of a one and done deal.
Yeah,
but I don't know. I think a lot of things going on with this movie is like people are more impressed with the technical feats than they are with the actual like story and emotional.
and they feel bad
content.
for like Leonardo DiCaprio not getting an award.
Feel
or something.
bad, fuck up, whatever. But
Yeah, like
All right, hold on. Can we just not brush over it? Leo was really, really
he's
good
great.
in the movie.
Tom Hardy's
Tom
better.
Hardy. Okay, even if Tom Hardy's better, and you know how you're saying like it's getting too much love than it deserves or whatever. Everyone's talking about Leonardo DiCaprio, like Oscar, blah blah blah. I honestly think that all of the steam behind all of this is because it's he was good in The Revenant, but I also think a lot of the steam's also his career.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? Like people are thinking about everything that he's done and how he hasn't really been recognized for it. And if this was his first movie and he was this good in it, no one would be talking like this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, definitely.
So, yeah, it's a little.
I don't mean to undercut it.
Yeah.
I think he's great and really good in this and deserves an Oscar.
But
Give it to him.
Tom Hardy's nominated too. He could win.
Yeah, I think in this movie alone, on the merits of this alone, Tom Hardy's way better. And
I watched an interview with Leo on, I think it was Ellen DeGeneres, and he was talking about this movie and how all the ice in his beard was like wax that had to be put on the same way, and he had the wounds put on every day. It was like 4 to 5 hours of makeup every day. They took it off and put it back on every day. Isn't that crazy?
Mm-hmm.
That'd be so annoying.
Yeah,
That's like that's almost a whole day's of work for us.
And then you have to go
I
act.
really feel bad for that multimillionaire.
I didn't say I felt bad for him.
I mean, it is impressive, like the feats they went through to make this. Like, it's very cool, and it is encouraging that people will go this far to make something.
Now that I'm talking to movies with you guys on the podcast, I'm starting to realize that like you're saying, like you guys both have opinions where it's like, oh, I didn't need that scene. Like I don't think I've ever had that thought. I always am thinking like the person, if I enjoy the movie, the person who's making the movie, I almost like just trust what they're doing and just want to enjoy it for what it is. And I'm just like, oh, that was the scene that was there, and it was like fine. But I would never like pick and choose, like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, that scene wasn't like the best.
Caleb and I are professional movie critics, but
clearly, but
not at all. No, I totally. Actually, Mark, I really like that viewpoint, and I try to do that, but like. We gotta have something to talk about on the podcast.
Yeah, of course. I mean, like, you can criticize someone's artistic vision of something, but like you can't say that he was wrong or right about it. You know what I mean? It's just that's why people put art out there. It's to not why they put it, but they're gonna be criticized because there should be an open discussion about a movie or an album or
I totally agree. I'm
or
just,
a painting, whatever it may be.
About it,
Yeah, that's just what keeps us entertained, right?
Mm-hmm.
Movies,
true.
And last but not least, fucking hated it when he looked into the camera at the end.
Oh, you don't like that, do you?
It didn't ruin anything, but that really.
Sorry, remind me on what part was it? Right at the end?
Yeah,
the last shot.
Yep,
he's like. He got a little tear in his eye, and he turns
and he stares, and it's like, what?
Do you remember the scene where he goes to lay with his son's deceased body, and he's like breathing on the camera lens?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I thought that was cool.
I really did like that.
A couple times, blood splattered on the camera too during the fight. That was cool.
That was interesting.
It kind of brings you in, like it's like. I'm part of this,
And a similar part was when the son's falling asleep next to the fire, and you can kind of see like half of like Leonardo DiCaprio's face. It was just really.
I didn't see that.
Oh, it was like really cool because it was obviously like I don't know how they. Obviously, it was some like fancy like film work. You know what I mean? That like made that possible. But
Did you guys see the ants shot?
Yeah.
You saw it. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
I don't remember.
I didn't see that either, and I saw
It
it
was a
twice.
really cool like a close up shot of like ants like carrying like a dead ant like really quick.
Oh,
it was a
yeah,
really
I
quick
did see
thing,
that. I
and
saw
I
that.
think it like probably has a deeper metaphor to it. You know.
Oh, it was ants carrying like a wounded ant.
Yes.
Oh yeah, of course. It's just
It
like
was
what
a
they were
really
doing.
quick like in between shot thing. I thought it was kind of cool.
Did do we know like was this a book or something? Do we know?
It's based off like true events. There's
Oh, okay.
there was like a mountain man who I think got attacked by a bear. I don't know the details, but
Right.
he got attacked or something, got injured, and he like crawled back to camp. But there was no like murdered son or whatever. He just
So very loosely based off a real story.
Yeah.
Okay.
But is there a book or could be? I don't know.
Yeah. I wasn't sure.
But yeah.
Cool. Anything else you guys want to say about The Revenant?
Well, since no one asked my opinion, I liked it.
Actually, there was one point I was like, because you were on your phone,
Sorry.
and then I forgot because
No.
you were looking up that thing.
No, I'm just kidding around.
Thumbs up,
I
Mark?
liked it. Yeah, I thought it was cool.
Mark, we got out, and Mark was like, "I loved that."
Yeah, it was so cool. I was so into it.
I was stoked that you liked it.
I was really mad about the movie after it was over.
Can we
You were so
Can we
pissed.
bring back
you
your
were
quotes?
Because I was just like,
Yes,
dude.
Mark, bring the quotes.
You literally like, if I wanted to see an art piece, I go to a fucking museum.
So mad.
And then he gets
So
on
mad.
here, he's like, "Well, you can't like question their artistic vision."
You were so mad, and I was so
I was
excited
mad.
about it.
I
I
think
think
I
went
was-
to the bathroom. Caleb and I were like, "Yeah, we'll just see him later."
I think
Yeah, you just walked away from us.
I had to
was
go to the
like,
bathroom,
"Fuck it."
man. It was almost a 3-hour movie. I had to pee real bad.
It's- yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I actually left to go to the bathroom. It killed me. It was an intense scene. I couldn't
remember
hold it
that.
anymore. I was like, God damn it.
Yeah, because you were sucking down that icy real quick.
Fuck yeah. I should have brought the cup to get more.
Dude, you got a small, and it was the biggest thing I've ever
know.
seen.
Dude, movies are like out of control.
Probably cost you like $15 though.
Nah, it cost me only $8 because I got a Stubbs reward.
Yeah, I'm
Shit.
pretty sure I spent like $22.
You did spend 22 because I remember I
I
got
got a ticket and then I got like a small popcorn and like an icy. I'm like, holy shit! I just spent like $20.
Dude, $6.50 for a small popcorn. Are you kidding? I just said it weird like you for popcorn.
We should have just shared one.
We should have, but I want your greasy mitts in my popcorn.
Yeah, I don't go to the movies too often, so I don't really feel too bad about that.
Well, that's
so.
about to change because next week we're seeing.
Dirty Grandpa.
We actually,
I'm down.
I think it
Let's
comes
do
out
it.
Friday.
So I was going to end the segment and I almost forgot that you need to tell me what we're going to go see. Oh, what we are going to see. I don't know if we're going to go see something.
I got nothing. I don't know. That's what I've been trying to figure out.
Give it a second.
Yeah. Pick something. Do you guys have anything? You guys can pick.
Almost Famous.
Almost Famous, what we're watching next week.
You ever seen it?
Hold on, we get to that again.
All right, so you ready for next week?
Yes.
It's on your list, right? Okay.
Next week, we're going to watch Almost Famous. It's on Netflix, so we're good.
That's okay. Almost Famous. Hold on,
I think you-
Hold on.
Yeah.
Don't tell me because this is the funnest. This is the funnest part when I don't know what it is, but I think I know what it is.
This is
Hold on. Is there a curly-haired woman in the movie?
Yes, she's
There
very
is.
famous.
Is it? Oh my God, what's her name? Heather Graham.
no.
Okay, who is it?
Kate Hudson.
Yep.
Kate Hudson. Okay, all right. Yep. Is
she wearing sunglasses?
It is
think so.
not on Netflix.
is John Goodman in the movie?
Yes,
It
it
was. Yeah. I
They
think
just
it is
took it
now.
off. Son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Is John Goodman in the movie?
John Goodman is not in the movie.
I don't know why I just thought he was in the movie.
Good guess. He's in a lot of stuff.
Oh yeah, speaking of that, yeah, John Goodman's going to be in
not
that
on
Cloverfield
Netflix?
movie.
I just searched
Yeah.
that.
Son of a... Okay, we got to pick something else.
I don't care.
All right, that's fine.
I'll do it.
Oh, it might be on HBO.
That's okay. Don't worry about it.
All right.
I get Apple TV, so I got Universal Search, so I'll just throw it up there, and it'll just bring me up to like.
God damn it.
You guys know about Apple TV?
You
Universal
have to
Search?
get the Apple TV in there every week.
Mark knows about it. He's on my side.
Dude, I gave you a free out. I was like, talk about your iPad. It's all good. You still have to bring up the Apple TV.
People love when I talk about the Apple TV.
I'm gonna be psyched about Film School 2 days in a row because 2 episodes in a row because I love this movie.
Good.
Actually, I think I have to give a shout out.
You have to give a shout out.
Yeah.
To who?
Douglas Anderson, who tweeted at you and I the other day. And he said, I know more about Apple TV and twice baked potatoes than I ever would. I forgot to put that in the feedback. But,
Great tweet.
Good tweet, yeah. So
That was funny. That made me chuckle.
But for now, if you do want to save 10% on your next order, use the coupon code HAWK. That's HAWK if you don't know how to spell Hawk.
And that is Leo's son in the movie.
It's basically Andrew WK with an H in front of it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it.
So if you don't know how to spell that, you can do that and get 10% off your order at store.deathwishinc.com. You can use it on your Death Index pre-order if you want that. So, but besides that, anything else? We're good. So, yeah, thanks for listening, and have a great couple weeks.
Keep it snuggy.